Well, welcome back, everyone. So far, it's been a busy weekend for us. We just spent 3 days at Crooked Creek Campground. They had awesome fireworks. And then last night they had a really good band. And then we packed up and we're now on our way to Jellystone in North Java. So, pretty excited. We didn't really get much footage from Crooked Creek because we've already done that review. We just kind of enjoyed ourselves, and we'll do a tour when we get up here to Jellystone, see what it looks like. Pretty excited. It's going to take us about 2 hours to get there. Tracking the fuel mileage, kind of curious to see. Obviously, if you've seen my truck, it's 6.6 liter gas. Just kind of curious to start tracking our fuel and see what we get. As far as power and everything goes, plenty of power with it, but you know, some people like the diesel, some people like sticking with the gas. But anyways, we just did our drawing, and the winner for the free t-shirt and stickers is Bobby McLaughlin. So we'll be reaching out to you and getting your size and getting you a t-shirt. So congratulations, and the first ever winner of a Destination Full-Time RV giveaway. Woohoo! So yeah. All right, we will see you when we get up there. All right, I'm just gonna keep going back.
Up in your there's driveway.
I'm just gonna have to keep walking it back to that Liberty Street.
That's good, okay. Well, here comes the Jeep. He's gonna go around you though.
So, we just had, on the way to Jellystone, our first bridge that we didn't have clearance for, 12 feet 1 inch, and we are just under 13 feet. So we got out and we double checked. I pulled right up to it, and now we're going backwards for about going the wrong way. All right, thank you guys very much. Wow.
Cool.
That was interesting.
Never a dull moment.
And then everyone wanted to come and help.
Yeah, and not just help. They want to talk. Talk as I'm sitting in the middle of the road.
No, they wanted to give us directions round, so I think I got directions round. Huh. So, like I was saying, that's the first time we've had a clearance issue. 12 foot 1. A lot of times those markers, if you get out and look, they give you a little bit of a buffer. And that guy that lives right by there said it actually measures 12 foot 5. And we're like 12 foot 11. We round to 13. So yeah, that was crazy. Backed up, what, half a mile? Is this what we call Main Street?
Yes.
Okay. This guy, I feel like he's parked in Main Street. So it is the first full day of our Jellystone trip, and I am headed to Gander RV. It's about 45 minutes away from Jellystone. Unfortunately, yesterday when I got on the roof to put the GoPro on when we did our park entrance, I found a pinhole in our roof. So we want to get some of that self-leveling sealant on there. We called around. I stopped at the store. The Jellystone store has a bunch of stuff for your RV, but that is not one of them. So we must have did it going through one of those small towns, because I was just up there the week before and did not notice that. And we're really picky about watching that stuff when we back into other sites. And it's actually, the hole comes from the front of the trailer. So it would have happened to the right of the AC unit and going forward for something to poke into it. So I'm guessing one of these back roads, we just hit a small stick. So if we wouldn't be doing these videos and getting up on the roof to get the camera, we would have never noticed that. We could have had some major water damage. I mean, we caught it early enough to where, you know, it hasn't rained, and we're gonna get it taken care of. But it's about 45 minutes to this store, and we'll get back and get it taken care of, and then get to our campground tour. So it's been kind of a crazy trip for us, with the bridge yesterday on the way up, and then now this. So hopefully get the drama behind us day one, and we'll go from there. So let's go get this and get it taken care of. So just got back from the store, the Gander RV store. We picked up this lap sealant, self-leveling. We just went up and cleaned the area, and we're gonna go apply just a dab of this. I'm gonna let it level, and then I'm just gonna add on top of that. So we'll get up there and show you what it looks like. It's just a small little spot, but I'm glad we caught it before it turned into something you couldn't go back on, getting water damage on the roof or something like that inside. So we'll go up and we get it fixed. Got back, and this place has cleared out. There's like nobody around. So we'll do a walk around here in a little bit, and probably head over to this beach right behind us. So all right, let's get this fixed. So I'll show you the spot real quick. As you can see, it's not in line with the air conditioner, and I think that's why it was a stick going down the road. It's kind of in a weird spot, but it's just this little tiny little nick. We're just gonna put a top layer on it. You need a caulk gun. Oh, I love it. Okay, we're just gonna push it out. All right, so I ended up just cutting it with my knife and apply it on like some old mayonnaise. But take a look at this. I'm just gonna let that set and then come up here in a little bit after it dries and do a couple more coats, just get a little bit wider every time around. So good catch. Something I probably wouldn't have caught if I wasn't coming up for a camera. So if you got a ladder, it pays to get up here every once in a while and check for stuff like that, because brand new 2021 was not expecting to have a hole in my roof. So no big deal, but caught it early enough. So it's about halfway through our week here at Jellystone. We've had a good stay so far. The campground's really cleared out. It was busy when we got here on Sunday. Monday it started clearing out. Tuesday it was pretty much empty. We've had it to ourselves almost all weekend. The kids have had fun. Hagen's been fishing this pond. It's about 50 yards from our camper, so we can watch him. He's had a blast here. You know Hagen, he's fishing every chance he gets. What have you been catching, Hagen?
Bass on hot dog.
Been catching bass on hot dogs. Couple 2-pound bass, one almost 3-pound. So this is the pond. It's got a beach area behind it, and it usually has the jump pad, but there was an incident where the jump pad's now been pulled out of the water until further notice. So that was a little disappointing, but the kids have done the bounce station, and they have done the bike trail, or the bike track, if you will, and we've done the water park. The weather's kind of been hit or miss. We went yesterday. We spent some time in the arcade. They have a nice arcade up there. We played some putt-putt.
Oh, by the way, guys, I made it on 3 jackpots, so...
You did.
Yeah.
You got like 2,000 tickets. You hit 3 jackpots in the arcade. So, but we're having fun. Stay tuned. We'll kind of show you. Maybe we're gonna try to play around at golf this week. But yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. We're having a lot of fun here at Jellystone. Welcome back, guys, to another campground review. This one has kind of been hard to get an interview in, but obviously we're at Jellystone this week. It is July 7th, middle of the week. We had kind of a stressful trip coming up. Not really stressful, a little bit of drama in the beginning. So we're gonna go over that bridge that we had to turn around at in Bliss. That's gonna be within 10 miles of this campground. So I imagine it's gonna try to take a lot of people down that road. And then put in a short clip of when I got up to put the camera on top of the roof, found a pinhole or a small hole in our canvas on the roof, whatever material it is. So we got that addressed, thank goodness, because it's been a wet week. Other than that, the trip up for us, 15 to 86 west, and then 86 west to 436 gets you within 30 minutes of the campground. And then after that, you're gonna have some winding 2-lane roads for the last 30 minutes. But really not a bad trip. No construction for us. So when you come into the town of Bliss, that is gonna be, I think it's, in that town it's gonna be called Pearl Street. That is the road that you wanna stay off of. So Pearl Street in Bliss, you want to continue down Main Street to Railroad Street. This will be the detour. So Railroad Street, I guess first of all, the bridge is marked as 12'1", and the neighbor that came out and said people hit the bridge all the time, he's actually measured it, and it is 12'5". So our camper's just under 13. I think that's pretty common size for a lot of the fifth wheels. Just watch that bridge. So your detour is continue down Main Street to Railroad Avenue, Railroad Avenue to Cooley Road, Cooley Road to Flynn, Flynn to West Hill, and this is just you're doing your 4 corners of a square, and then that West Hill will take you to Younger Road, which is the road that the campground's on. So that's one thing we definitely wanted to, we had to back up like a 1/4 mile and had a bunch of people come out, and it was a little bit stressful. So that was that.
So we get to the campground, and the check-in process was easy. They have 3 check-in windows. You just park, go up to one of the check-in windows. They have everything ready. You give them your name, they hand you all your stuff, and on you go.
That's right. Yep, really easy. It was a little bit clustered. They don't have a big parking area up there, so there was a couple camper lanes and just golf carts and
a lot of vehicles.
That's also the arcade area. There's 2 pools up there, and I think instead of renting golf carts, people drive their trucks up. So that main entrance is kind of congested.
It is. When you check in, this campground every day has organized activity, and when you check in, they will give you a schedule of everything that they've got going on
for that week
during the time that you are here.
Yep.
So we get checked in to get into the campground. It is gated. They have someone there monitoring it all the time until after hours, and then they give you a code to get in. So we pull into the campground, and first impressions. We pulled in...
Easy, first of all. It was really busy, but getting into our site was really easy. We got a premium site, so it wasn't like you had to finagle through a bunch of trees or anything. I know what you're laughing about.
Well,
Part of the first impressions. So we pull into the site, and while I'm getting the camper unhooked, she's walking around and finds...
So we get pulled into our campsite, and there's just literally trash everywhere. Cigarette butts, half-chewed candy, half-bitten cookies, and
bottle caps,
bottle
and cigarette
caps, and
butts.
just wrappers everywhere. So please, just be courteous
Right.
of the next people coming in after you. That is the last thing I wanted to do. I didn't want to put on rubber gloves and pick up
Right.
everyone's trash.
Cigarette butts were disgusting.
If you're gonna do that, clean up after yourself
Right.
afterwards. It's just, it's
Not our problem.
right.
We
It's
don't want it.
courteous to do that before the next people come
That's
in.
right. So, and one thing is, like, looking at the site, you would have never saw it, but they had like little stuff, remnants
Just
from like
every-
fireworks.
I had a huge pile of
Yeah.
garbage, and you know, we've got small kids and
Small
a small
dog.
dog. We don't want them getting into that.
And the second thing is, I get out. Where we're at is really nice. There's a lot of activities for the kids that we can see them while they're doing these stuff without ever leaving our campground. But I kept hearing this beeping noise, and I'm like, I thought something was going on with the camper. We are right next to the laser tag field, which is what I was just laughing about. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but they're hammering it out right now. So that takes a while to get used to. Apparently 8 days, because we're going to be here 7, and I'm not going to be used to it.
So the campsite that we had gotten was one of their premium sites, which are very nice,
Yep.
easy to pull into. You have a big cement slab, and you have your patio right off of that, but you also have a nice big grassy area that kids can play into as
That's right.
well.
So we are, what's it, YY9. Off our back, we have a big field, which is good for the kids to play baseball. You could almost split this campground up, and I think it actually is split up into 2 different areas. I think the part that we're at is an extension in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's newer.
It's got its own pond. So behind us, you can see where the aqua, what do they call it? The aqua...
Inflatable park.
aqua park usually is set up. There was an incident, and they pulled those, and
It's shut down until further notice, which was kind of a bummer for Hagen, because that was one of the things he was looking forward to the most.
so they're normally right here where these floats are right now. You would have an inflatable pad for them to jump on, and something happened, and I don't really see. A couple rumors, we're not going to get into it, but I really don't see them putting those back in the water this year. So if you have reservations the rest of this year, just be mindful of that.
Yeah, look into it before you arrive.
That's
if
right.
That's one thing you were looking forward to doing while you're here.
But in this area, you have a lot of stuff where you don't have to go up top. We have this beach behind us, which is usually pretty calm and quiet, which is nice. There's a playground down here.
Got your laser tag. They have bounce houses down
Yeah.
this area. If you're gonna do the bounce houses, I'd recommend going as soon as they open at 10 o'clock, because
Yes.
it gets hot.
Yes.
So I would either go at 10 o'clock when they first open, and they shut down at 6. So
That's still kind of hot.
It's
but
still
we
warm.
we went yesterday when it was kind of overcast, but and this is all free stuff. You don't have to pay to do the laser tag or the bounce house. There's the Gaga pit. There's a bike track for the kids.
yeah.
Volleyball, there's basketball, there's a dog park, and this is all right in our area. We'll show you. We feel like we've got a pretty good setup with our spot.
They do allow you to fish, catch and release fish. These ponds, it's typical for a campground pond, though. It's you catch a fish here and there.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. They get fish pretty hard.
Let's see. Up top, they have their splash pad. And they have 2 larger water slides and 2 smaller, just for younger kids.
Yep.
The water slides, I'd say between 10 and 12 and under would be able to keep
That's right.
themselves entertained. Any kid older than that,
Looking for more of a thrill, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yep. And there's no pool in that area. That's separate. I think the deepest that it gets in that splash pad area is like 10 inches.
yeah.
So,
If you want to swim, you either would have to come to the ponds, or they have 2 pools up by the office. And one of those pools is heated.
that's right, one of those is heated. And that's where the putt-putt is. So yesterday, we took advantage of the overcast. It was kind of off and on rain. We did the bounce pad because it was cool enough, it wasn't hot to jump on. And then we did the putt-putt golf, and then we enjoyed the heated pool.
Yep.
So it's nice, a little, just because it's overcast and not necessarily warm, it doesn't shut things down as far as, not being able to go to the pool. There's always something to do.
Yep. Let's see. So let's go back to the putt-putt. It is a nice putt-putt course.
Yep.
It's small, so it's kind of nice for smaller kids, so they don't lose interest before the game is over.
Yeah, it's 9 holes. Yep.
9 holes.
That's right.
Yep.
So it was just perfect for Charlotte. She's 6, and by the end, she was really like that was enough.
it.
Yeah. I won. So everyone knows. But
He cheats.
no. All right. So are we at amenities?
That was.
We're on amenities still. We're into them.
So let's keep going with the organized. So one last thing that they do have here, they have kayaks, paddle boards, and canoes that are at no extra charge. You just kind of got to
Wait for the one you want, and then
For the one
they
you
give
want.
you a life jacket, and you can go out.
On
and
your way.
It's not timed. Yeah, it's really. And there's a fountain in the middle of that pond. Hagen had a blast on the paddleboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. All free, so that's good. Yep.
So we should move on to like the bathhouses. They have 2 laundry areas. The one laundry area had 4 washers. 2 of those were shut down, so they were kind of busy.
Open 24 hours, and there's
Yeah.
a charge. I'll put a picture up here. I took a picture. I can't remember right offhand what it is. It's maybe $1.25 or something like that to run. So you do have to pay for those.
They have Wi-Fi here for free that you can like send messages out for. Check your Instagram or Facebook accounts. If you want to stream media, though, they do recommend you buying
Yep. Upgrade to
an
it.
upgrade to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, as far as
That's something to
your phone
come
service is good here in the park, and then when you get on the Wi-Fi for your internet, for your computer or whatever, it's good with just the basic free package. So, yep. Going back to the bathhouses quick, we hit on the laundry room. Some of those are combined with the comfort stations, and you usually don't go in the bathrooms, but there's I did get some video of a couple of them, and they're really nice. Ceramic tile, they're clean, and there's several of them located throughout the station. I think there's like 4 places where you can use either the restroom, and some of those also have the shower. So that's handy. You don't have to walk around to find a bathroom and everything's close. Now where are we at? So you can obviously bring golf carts here, and there's no restriction. We've seen anything besides an actual 4-wheeler. We've seen
side by
sides,
Yep.
gas and electric golf carts both. So that's something you're into.
They do, up in their rec center, they do
yeah.
have t-shirts and pillowcases that you can purchase and do tie-dyeing. And they also have ceramics there that you could do.
Yeah.
Which are,
Yep, those are additional. You have to pay for those.
Those
That's the
you
only
would
thing
pay
that's
for.
probably
Yep.
not free here.
Yep.
And I think you're just paying for the material. That's the only reason is.
Yeah.
That,
The ceramics were like $3 to $12.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that
So another thing, obviously they have a store, camp store. A camp store has an arcade, The arcade was busy. They have ice cream. They have, you can order off a pretty large menu.
They have a restaurant in there.
Yeah, so when we got here Sunday night, and we're just getting set up, we just decided we were gonna call and order food. It took about 30 minutes, and we went out and picked it up.
It was decent food.
Reasonable price and decent food. We got chicken wings and some wraps, so they were good. That's a good option. The camp store's fully packed.
Lots of souvenirs.
That's right.
Toys that the kids want to buy
every day. But I also have the necessities if you forgot something for your RV or you needed something. They're pretty well stocked.
Yes.
They do sell firewood and they do propane.
Ice.
they have ice, yes. So that is that.
My recommendation, throughout the week it's perfect. The weekends is a little bit...
Quiet with us for a second. Sit up here with us for a second.
The week is perfect for us. There's enough people here where your kids can make friends and you can enjoy other people's what's the word?
Company? So I think what she's trying to say is Sunday was overwhelmingly busy.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
Yes.
are crazy here.
Yes.
Now, we did come the weekend of the July 4th. We got here the Sunday, and a lot of people moved out that following Monday.
Yeah.
But it is crazy busy here on the weekend, which is fantastic. There are just kids everywhere.
Yeah.
We prefer
Little space.
little space and a little bit less of a crowd. So we recommend coming like
During
Monday
the week,
through Thursday.
For sure. I couldn't imagine, especially with this bounce station behind us being closed, I couldn't imagine
What the splash pad and the pools were like on the
would be
weekend.
like on the 4th of July
Yeah.
weekend, yes. Yes, you can open up. You
You
can't, you gotta take your brother. You have to take your brother. So yes, we had a good weekend. The kids had fun. I think we've realized we're more of campsite by the lake people.
We're old.
I think we're leaning more towards state parks and things, but this was good for the
Parks
kids.
on lakes and hiking
Yes.
trails and.
Quiet.
But the kids have had so much fun here. We would come back.
Yeah.
You know, Hagen's getting a little older, where he's looking for more of an adrenaline.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's nice.
Right. There are things to do around here. We haven't had to leave.
We haven't had to leave the campground.
But you could do Letchworth. Letchworth State Park is not far away. We haven't went there because we actually planned a trip there in September.
Yeah.
So we're kind of saving that. Was it Darien Lake that's nearby?
Darien Lake, Six Flags Darien Lake
Yep.
is within, I think, 20 minutes of here. So you could take the kids to an amusement park for a day if you wanted to. Yep.
And
It's like in the Rochester, Buffalo area.
Yep. So we are trying to find a golf course. We brought our clubs. Hagen loves to play, so we might go out and try to find a spot to play a round of golf. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Just click on this button. I do this to her all the time. It's on this corner. Click on that button, please, and subscribe, and we'll keep the videos rolling. We're headed to St. Mary's next week for a baseball game for Hagen. That was kind of last minute, using our camper as a tool for the kids, kind of. Thank you. Bobby McLaughlin was the winner of the t-shirts. We've reached out to him this week, and we're working on getting one made up for him. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
And let's push on to 500 subscribers. I think I got a pretty good idea what we're going to give away for that.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. So thank you guys, and hope you liked the video. And we've had a lot of fun this week.
Yeah, we're starting to plan, we're thinking about next year already.
That's
because
right.
there are so many campers and
That's right.
so many people buying them right now. It's going to be hard to get into campgrounds next year. So we are already starting to think about where we want to go next year. We already have a week-long trip booked.
Yes.
That's a further south, which is exciting.
Yes.
But if there's anywhere or any campground you want us to go visit, please mention it in the comments, and we will certainly look into it.
Hit us up on Facebook, something, yes. Yep. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys had a good weekend as well, and we'll see you next time.